Political analyst Professor Ntsikelelo Breakfast joins us now for more. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight on Late Edition.
Thank you very much for having me.
What are your thoughts on the S&P ratings agency upgrading South Africa from BB- to BB last night? Now this follows the junk status rating as far back as 2017. Do you think the ANC is going to use this and call it a victory for themselves and use it in the upcoming electioneering?
Yes, I think it will do that because it has framed a discourse that it is leading the GNU, but we know as a matter of fact that one-party dominance is a thing of the past and the hegemony of the ANC has been dealt with a blow. That at the moment we have a coalition arrangement in the form of power sharing. So, I mean, to single out one political party for what has happened, I think it will be wrong because you have to attribute this change of heart of global rating to all the coalition partners who have joined forces within the context of the GNU. But of course, the ANC will attribute that to itself, that the economic outlook of the country has improved because of its leadership. I concur with that.
Other matters discussed or possibly up for discussion at the ANC NEC, one of which would be the suspended police chief, Senzo Mchunu, as a senior member of the party. This will certainly be discussed and thrashed out, am I correct?
Yes, of course, because in the beginning, the ANC did not want to put him on special leave. You must remember, this is a very politically inspired case, so to speak, in the sense that there have been many discourses that have been framed. And I think the reason why the ANC did not want to grant him that special leave was not trying to come across as if, you know, it is holding him back from becoming a leader of the ANC, and that it was maintaining a neutral position. But later on, we've seen a change of heart. The ANC now putting him on special leave based on the request that he made. But I think the ANC has been very circumspect in terms of how it maneuvers around this, because he has not been formally charged. Yeah.
Correct. Now, the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development, Mamaloko Kubai, recently made comments during her keynote address at the ANC Nelson Mandela Bay Regional Conference that was held in the Eastern Cape, warning against power-hungry leaders detached from reality. Should this be a topic at the NEC?
Well, that has been one of the problems of the ANC, because some of the leaders of the ANC are not embedded at grassroots level. And that has really put the ANC on the back foot because the ANC has been dealt with, as I indicated earlier on, has been dealt with a blow in a big way. It has really had a downward electoral decline. Therefore, the ANC needs to have a strong link with the masses of the people if it wants to bounce back to power. So I think this is one of the issues that should always be on the agenda of the ANC if the ANC is interested to be in power again, because there is obviously a disjuncture between the ANC and the people at grassroots level.
We've got the G20 summit coming up in a week's time. And as we all know, the US President Donald Trump is not attending the summit, and I don't believe he's sending any delegation either. How is this going to, A, affect the ANC, particularly President Cyril Ramaphosa, and B, how is it going to affect the summit?
Well, first of all, the beauty of this summit is that it will put the country on a global scale. And also, I think it will have a positive economic spillover effect. So that's the beauty of it. But the worst part of it is that we have this dialectical tension, you know, as a country with the US I think the straw that broke the camel's back was maybe the grievance that we instituted against Israel. So it's quite sad that the US is not coming down here, given the fact that I think as a country will be handing over the baton to the US. So I mean the fact that they will not have a footprint, really it's a blow, and also it affects our diplomatic a relationship. But I think as a country we need to be strategic and look elsewhere in terms of joining forces with other countries so that we can improve our trade relationship with other countries, because I think the bilateral tension between us and the US is going to continue until the term of office of Trump is over.
And lastly, any other parting thoughts about the ANC NEC and what should be discussed?
No, I think the most important thing now for me is the upcoming local government elections, because if the ANC doesn't do well, it will really be a blow, because the ANC has been terminally ill. And if the ANC does well, I don't know, then it might improve its electoral performance, maybe on a national scale or on a provincial scale. But if they don't perform well, it will really be a blow in a big way.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts this evening.